What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we have some huge news that I think you're going to be somewhat surprised by. But let's get right into this update. And I'm also going to address the $1,400 stimulus checks as well. So earlier today, Utah Senator Mitt Romney, who's a Republican, by the way, he decided to propose a new piece of legislation that would provide the $4,200 checks per year to children, up to $4,200. Now, the way this works is, and this is going off of the exact same plan that President Biden proposed in this $1.9 trillion stimulus package. However, Mitt Romney decided he was going to step it up a little bit. He wants to provide $4,200 per year to children between 0 and 5, and $3,000 per year for children between 6 and 17. This means, and this is what both President Biden and Mitt Romney would like to do. They are both proposing packages that would provide stimulus checks, monthly checks, every single month to lower income households. Now, this would be $350 per month if you have children between 0 and 5, and $300 per month for children between 6 and 17. Now, there is a cap. There's a cap of $1,200 per month. That means 4 school-age children would put you at that limit. So, if you have 5 children, then you would not receive another check for the 5th child. You would only receive up to $1,200 per month. So that's big. This proposal is higher than what President Biden proposed. Biden proposed in his $1.9 trillion stimulus package, he actually proposed $3,600 for children between 0 and 5 and $3,000 for children between 6 and 17. That breaks down to $300 per month and $250 per month, which is a little bit smaller. Now, even though this is a fairly big jump, there's a reason for this move, and I want to break this down for you. According to the legislation proposed by Mitt Romney, he would actually cut out other pieces of legislation in order to make up the difference, in order to make up this $230 billion that he's proposing. What Mitt Romney is proposing is to completely eliminate the state and local tax deduction, that's the SALT tax, and the child care tax credit. So he wants to just completely eliminate those two things. He wants to drop the earned income tax credit from $1,500, which is proposed by Biden. It's normally $500. So Biden wants to take it up to $1,500. Mitt Romney wants to take it back down to $500. He also wants to reduce nutrition assistance benefits, and he wants to make cuts to other social programs. That's what we're hearing. Now, what I can tell you is that this proposal is likely a non-starter for Democrats, and here's the reason why. Now, this is a good talking point. This is a good start because we're seeing some amendments come through that actually have some legitimacy to them. It's not just some far-fetched idea that will not pass. This proposal could gain some steam as providing more for children is seen as a top priority for Democrats and President Biden. Right now, Mitt Romney is a proponent of helping children and parents in America, especially lower-income parents, lower-income families. All reports currently say that the United States is in the bottom. They're not doing well when it comes to children in poverty, especially for a developing nation. So this is big. This is really big. Mitt Romney even had this to say. We have not comprehensively reformed our family support system in nearly 3 decades, and our changing economy has left millions of families behind. Now is the time to renew our commitment to families to help them meet the challenges they face as they take on the most important work any of us will ever do, raising our society's children. But what you need to understand is that many other Republicans completely disagree with this proposal. You probably understand why. Providing more money to people when they could just work more? Republicans like, just get a different job. Just go to college. Just, get something that pays you more, work more hours. Invest, right? That's what Republicans are saying. But not everybody can do that. Not everybody can just go and, invest or, go to college. A lot of people can't afford that. Now, if you want to invest, okay, you can go and invest. You don't even have to put any money. I'll put a link down in the description box below. Go and sign up. You can get a free stock with Robinhood. It's that simple. Just sign up. You link your bank account. You don't even have to deposit any money, and you get a free stock. Simple as that. Then in a few days, you can go and sell it, cash your money out, and put it back in your bank. Simple enough. You can probably get $5, $15, maybe $20. You can get up to like $290 at this time. So go and try it if you want to get a free stock and maybe even start investing. Now, some experts say that by providing more for lower income families is actually going to do them a disservice and do a disservice to the economy. No, I'm not saying this. I'm not on board here. I'm not agreeing here. But what some experts are saying is that if you add up all the unemployment benefits at this time, okay, at this time right now, you add up $300 per week as a bonus on top of your state benefits. You add up a rental assistance, SNAP benefits, anything for nutrition. And then you put on top of that, let's say $1,200 for family with 4 children. If you add all of that stuff up, you're easily going to exceed $25,000 per year in benefits. Well, what happens if you currently do not make $25,000 per year in your job? What do you think is going to happen? Well, some are saying that this is actually going to cause a disservice. And on that note, let me just point this out. President Biden's former chief of staff, he is saying that the vital pieces of legislation in the $1.9 trillion stimulus package are unemployment benefits, stimulus checks, and nutrition assistance. So he's saying right there that yes, we need all these things. But then some experts are saying that no, we can't do this and do an additional child tax credit because that's just going to provide too much. Now, Steve Ricchetti, this is the former chief of staff for President Biden. This is when he was vice president. He actually goes on to state that the $1,400 stimulus checks are considered the most important part of the stimulus package, getting direct payments to the American people. Stimulus checks will provide the most assistance in the quickest amount of time. So that's why stimulus checks are a needed thing and one of the most vital pieces. Unemployment benefits, obviously up there. Nutrition assistance, rental assistance, all these things that experts are saying will cause employment disincentives. Okay? So they're saying that this will be a disincentive for people to go and get a job. But others are saying that no, we need all these benefits. Now, when it comes to the minimum wage, because this is currently what is being considered one of the holdups with this budget reconciliation, what Steve Ricchetti is saying is that he states that they are still working out the details to ensure that this gets included into the budget reconciliation. So right now, they are still trying to adjust things, adjust figures, adjust the terms, things like that, to make sure it complies. That's the difficult part, and this is what's going to make this somewhat difficult and messy. What we do know is that Republicans have absolutely no power at this point. That's no surprise. But it is looking like the Republicans are going to play into the Democrats' plans, play into their hands a little bit, and provide amendments that do provide additional assistance. So Democrats are probably thinking, oh, this is great. We're getting them on board. The problem is that they will provide many modifications that the Biden administration is not going to be able to take up all at once and at this time. So what we will see is Republicans are going to go above and beyond, offer something that is far greater than what the Biden administration is currently proposing. And then when the Biden administration turns these down and doesn't pass larger, more robust, more bold stimulus, Republicans are going to come back and say, hey, you didn't provide that. We proposed this and you said no. You said you were all for children and then you said no, it was too much. Why? Why is that? Again, more political games. Now, although this is going to happen as we move forward, we are getting votes on a bipartisan piece. Bipartisanship, that is the key. And we are getting that. Earlier today, we got a vote of 90 to 10. There's 100 senators. Every single one has to be part of this vote-a-rama, which is making things very difficult because most people do not want to be part of this. It's just going to be a lengthy vote. So, what I can tell you is earlier today, there was a vote of 90 to 10 on providing more support for restaurants within this $1.9 trillion stimulus package. Currently, there is some support for smaller businesses that have seen a big hit financially, The problem is it's not a forgivable loan. It's a loan where you get the money, then you have to pay it back. It's very favorable terms, but outside of that, it's still a loan. It's not like the PPP program. And that's what some are saying, is that we need more stimulus for small businesses, particularly to restaurants, because they have been impacted the most. Now, right now, what I can tell you is that there's a lot of quality proposals out there, but what we see come out of all of this, okay, again, it's going to be bigger, it's going to be better, and it could be retroactive. I said this earlier today. We could see retroactive stimulus. Okay, I've said this for days. We could see retroactive stimulus, and it could happen very soon. Remember, Nancy Pelosi, she promised the last stimulus package would be big, bold, and retroactive. Yet, it wasn't big, it wasn't bold, and it was not retroactive. So, we could see things change in this stimulus package. Now, we are hearing that Nancy Pelosi stated that if things do not happen for Democrats in this proposal, if we don't see all the things happen like state and local government funding, we don't see vaccine funding is going to happen one way or another. If they have to pull out vaccine funding, because it doesn't meet the needs of the budget reconciliation, they will pass that as a standalone bill. But if something like a $15 federal minimum wage or state and local government funding does not pass because it doesn't meet the budget, the eligibility requirements, then Nancy Pelosi said that even though we might not be able to get it to be included in the $1.9 trillion stimulus package, it will be done and we will get it. However, it could take a little bit longer, it will require more negotiations, and it might not happen anytime soon. Vaccine funding will happen quickly. Everything else will have to go to a vote. It will have to go with the Senate will a 60-vote majority, and that's where things can get very messy and tricky. So, this is currently what we know regarding the next stimulus, the stimulus updates, and the second stimulus check. As always, consider subscribing so I can continue to keep you updated on everything that's going on. I am going to be monitoring this Voter-Rama to see if anything else changes. If it does, I will come back later on tonight and fill you in on all the updates. I just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.